Hey everyone, welcome to the UVD Weekly Wrap-Up, the show where the team from UrbanVinylDaily.com goes over everything there is to know in the designer toy, art, street art, and Sofubi world. I'm your host, Travis Likens.
And I'm Ben Pierce.
And we're here for episode 23, which is our Holiday Gift Guide.
Which you could have fooled me. There's a snowman, an elf, and a tree. Could have fooled me.
And we got the Grinch right here.
I know.
Didn't even wear a hat, didn't do anything.
Green with envy right here.
I've
Especially
got this
of Herbie the Dentist right here from the stop motion Christmas thing.
Yeah, so I'm sure that's not licensed. Probably not. But
Yeah.
anyway, we're here to talk about stuff that you could buy for the holidays. But first, we want to thank our sponsors like Strange Cat Toys,
Gallery F,
Martian Toys,
and Rotofuki.
Thanks, guys, for stepping up and sending us some money every week that we can keep the lights on and, you know, do things like get cool coffee mugs and help sponsor other things that we do.
So if you're envious of those four that we just named, feel free to shoot us an email and we'll send you details on how you can sponsor us.
Yeah, urbanvinyldaily@gmail.com. But we're going to roll right into talking about all the videos we've been bombarding you with for the past week or so.
I was about to say, can't do any disservice to all this hard work we've been doing by going straight to the gift guide. We're going to belabor it a little bit by saying thank you everyone who watched our videos, who gave us upvotes, and the one person who gave us a downvote.
Yep,
At least you watched it enough.
That guy's awesome. Also, all the people that shared our videos, thanks for that. If you haven't checked them out, there is a playlist that's called Designer Con over on our YouTube channel, and you can work your way through all of the interviews we did with people like Jermaine Rogers, Horrible Adorables,
Mad,
Scott
Tolson.
Tolson. So yeah, we have about 5 or 6 more to finish up editing, and then we will be done for the year for our Designer Con coverage.
And I'm done with the booth coverage.
Yeah.
We only have event coverage to do, which would be Secret Walls, and the event that happened also in Pasadena would be the little tiny picture show at Flower Pepper Gallery.
Yeah, so we did a lot of coverage this year. It kind of shut the blog down as far as other stuff. We haven't really done a whole lot of other news and whatnot, so we're kind of sorry for that. But we think we gave everybody who could not make it to DesignerCon a very good feel about what it would have been like to be there.
And if this were in real life, it would be like we shut down the streets for a parade of DesignerCon news.
We shut them down. We actually did get a very nice comment from one Kyle Kerwin. He shared our event coverage from DesignerCon and actually said that it was just like being there, and he would know because he was there.
I know. I actually caught myself in one of those pan shots too. So I was there in video and in spirit.
So yeah,
and in person.
But back to the holiday gift guide. So do you have a friend? Do you have a family member? Do you have a loved one?
Or are you curmudgeon that just wants to buy for yourself?
Or are you looking for something to get us?
Please do.
We have came up with a list of items that you could buy at varying price ranges for the people that you care about, or you don't really care about all that much, but you feel obligated to get them a gift.
So our price structure are things below $20, below $50, below $100, and below $250. And I think Travis may have some wallet busters on his.
Yeah. Specifically, if you're looking to get me something, I have a very expensive item that you could send me.
I'm sure I can come up with stuff. But so, starting off with the sub $20,
AKA the people you feel obligated to get a gift for, but you don't really like them.
So, in this small category are, for the most part, pins, blind boxes, and small resins,
and things you can stuff in a stocking
or down someone's throat if you hate them.
Yeah. So the first thing I have over here is the BFF Best Friends Forever Love Hurts 3-inch blind box series from Kid Robot.
You can also get the Thimble Stump Hollow from Amanda Louise Spade and Chris Reiniak.
Yeah. So blind boxes, those are always good. Most of those are around the $10 to $15 mark. You can stuff those in a stocking, or you can wrap them and then have somebody unwrap a blind box to find out what's in the blind box.
And then punch you in the face if it's something stupid.
The next little thing I have on this list is a $10 pin from JC Rivera. It's called Kick and Push. It's an enamel pin from Gallery F. And it features his bear champ holding a skateboard, which is always cool. So if you're a fan of the character, or you know somebody in your life that's a fan of skateboarding, this is a great little addition to their, backpack or hat or whatever they want to put this pin on. You can get that from galleryf.com.
And by this point, likely your favorite artist or personality has an enamel pin because it's the new wave for everyone to. So,
such as Jay Fury.
Such as us, possibly.
Yeah, so you could head over to furiouscustoms.bigcartel and pick up one of the 3 pins that Jay Fury released recently that was at DesignerCon and produced by One Urban Vinyl Daily. Those are $10 each.
Or there's the Green Luna pin.
Yeah.
That's also available on our web store.
Yeah, so you can get that for $10 over at urbanvinyldaily.storemv.com.
And there's also countless places you can go for 3-inch pins.
Yeah, so those are great little things to stuff in somebody's stocking, or just hand it to them. You don't have to wrap that.
Enjoy the card work.
Yeah, enjoy the little card work that people put on the back of them. So, but if you're a fan of pins or fans of blind boxes, that's the best thing you can usually get for under the $10. Sometimes you might find some prints, but you're going to do some searching on that. Next up, we're moving into the $50 and under range. So we're shooting for things that are between $20 and $50. The first thing I have is on the high end of that. It is
surprise.
It is Nathan Hamill and Toma's Kaiju Frankenstein, produced by 3D Retro. It's the original edition that's currently available. They had a launch party not too long ago for this figure. It's 5.5 inches tall, and it is $50 and available from 3dretro.com. I really like the piece because it is a true collaboration. So it's, the artist literally designed like half of the figure and stuffed it together. And it's a true like combined piece. And if you know the history, Nathan's a huge Toma fan. So it's really cool that they collaborated together and made one piece.
Something we saw at DesignerCon and knew about obviously before was the Kid Robot Horrible Adorables figure, which is $25.
Yeah, so there's multiple edition or
colorways,
versions of
styles,
them. And yeah, there's different versions, I guess you would say, and you can grab one or more for your favorite friend or loved one for not a whole lot of money. So
and there's, I guess, what else I have is just generically, I guess, medium-sized resins and vinyls you can get for sometimes under $50.
Yeah. So if you're a fan of your favorite artist has a $50 resin, grab it. It's a good way to support an artist and also give your friend a gift. Next up, we're in the $100 range, and this is where I kind of picked up. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in this $100-ish range of things. This is going to be probably for a really good friend or a loved one, I'm guessing. Probably not.
Or for yourself.
Probably you're not sending this to us.
Unfortunately, you just don't feel like our time and our personalities are worth the $100.
Yeah, probably not. So.
We'll need to change that though.
Yeah. So first up, I have a thing that you may have to print out a picture of and give it to them in a box because it is technically a pre-order, but it is the Squat Germ S006 piece effer.
We're going to leave it that way.
From Ferg. Sorry, I don't know why I said Germ. Germ is the figure.
Germ's in the title.
Yeah, so Ferg, and it's available currently from rotofugi.com for $99 each. It's a 6-inch figure, and it has a planned mid-December delivery date, but as we all know,
stuff gets pushed.
Stuff gets delayed.
Pushed real good.
But it's a really cool one. It's a mostly like white figure. A lot of times those Germ figures are black, so it's cool to see a white one. Has removable head. It has all the details like I guess it's like a bulletproof vest. I don't know exactly what the little thing that it wears is, and it has all the little sculpted pockets and things like that. So really cool looking figure. If you're a fan of that line, I'm sure you're have this on your Christmas list, or you're get it in a box with as a picture list. So
speaking of things you might have to print out as a picture of, we don't actually know the release date of this, but hopefully it's before Christmas. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Is the 10-inch regular Dero edition, which there's 500 of. We saw released at DesignerCon, and they're $60, which is well below the 100. But we don't know when these are actually going to be listed, and if people buy a bunch of these, when they're actually going to be shipped.
Yeah, so very cool looking piece. The next thing I had for the $100 range is actually the Skullhead Samurai from Poberg Toys, JPK, and Hucky. It's the latest release from Pober and Hucky, and actually is JPK's one of his original sculpts, and the first one from Pober, I believe. And it's a 9-inch tall, and it's $100 from pober.bigcartel.com. Features the Hucky skull head inside the headdress with the massive leg thing on the front of it, and
samurai helmet.
Yeah, well, not just the helmet, but the thing, like the spiky things on the front of it. It's not, they're not horns though. I don't know exactly. We don't want to like insult an entire culture.
The ornamentation.
Yeah, the thing on the front of it. And it's a really cool looking figure. It's a really big figure. It's one of those figures that'll stand out on your shelf. So if you're a fan of those two artists or just the figure, make sure to send it to your favorite friend or blog.
Yes, please.
So,
and I guess more often than not, concert poster prints from the artist edition are generally under $100. There's obviously exceptions.
Yeah, you can grab Buff Monster's version of the Blink 182 print that he did. It's $100 over on buffmonster.com. Tara McPherson had some Blink 182 ones. There's always people like Brian Ewing have his Green Day print that he did recently for the Newport show they did in Columbus, Ohio. It was like $60. So but sometimes they do these weird test prints and things like that, and that's going to be way more expensive.
Yeah,
but
variants are obviously going to vary. But
those are the kind of things you can send your favorite blog. So do you have more $100 stuff?
Well, I guess there's an 8-inch Kid Robot figure. In general, the figures are under $100, like Scott Tollison's Lotus, I believe. Brant Peters, new figures under $100.
Yeah, it's like 75. So yeah, so if you want to grab an 8-inch Dunny or something like that.
There's also the General So's Nightmare for 75.
Yeah, so you can grab the Frank Kozik General So's Nightmare. Lots of cool stuff over on kidrobot.com, most of which is under that $100 mark. So if you're a fan of Kid Robot or you have a Dunny collector in your life, that's a good place to go. Next, we're in the under $250 range. And first up on that, I have listed the toy of the year according to the Designer Toy Awards. It's the Abominable Snow Cone by Jason Lemon, and it's a 7.25-inch figure available in cherry, blueberry, or rainbow from martiantoys.com. They're $125 each, and that includes the giant snow cone figure along with the little truck that comes along with it. It's an awesome figure. It's very striking. It'll stand out on your shelf. Great addition to any collection, and won an award. Who doesn't want an award-winning thing in their collection?
I know. Speaking of award-winning, if you get this item for your loved one or friend or us, they'll love you a long time, because the Cause Open Edition, in spite of the fact that it is an open edition, is hard to get. So if you're able to actually get it and get it in your hands and give it to someone, and it's under $250, there's your gift guide for under $250.
Yeah, so if you can get that, there's like 6 different versions, and they're all under $200. They are $200 exactly.
I think Metacoms might be a little bit more, but that's because you're having to pay the shipping and stuff like that.
Yeah, so who knows? Lucky people are getting them. They're starting to arrive at people's houses, so people are excited. The next thing I'm showing here is it's like an original thing. It's a resin. It's limited to 7 pieces. And we actually covered this in one of our early episodes on the weekly wrap up. It's the Ollie Cat Hermanos edition by RX7 from StrangeCatToys.com. It's a really striking piece. It's a nice bust version of one of his original characters. Love the paintwork on it. Love the design. And it's $130. So, it's an addition of 7. Get your friend or family member a really exclusive thing.
Yeah, which I guess if we did it under 500 or any of that, it pretty much becomes gates wide open on what is your favorite artist. Do they have something available right now?
Yeah. So,
or you could buy this coffee cup that has used. So it's show used memorabilia.
We'll leave the coffee stain in the bottom of it.
Exactly.
Do you have anything else, Ben, or am I going?
You can keep going. I'm just going to derail it if it's left up to me.
Yeah. So the next thing I have is actually from Lulubell. They have released the Geek Aztec God. It's a 13-inch tall soft vinyl figure. We saw him at DesignerCon. This is the Watermelon edition, which is the marbled version Features kind of a brownish reddish color marbled with a green. It's a very it's a very cool looking figure. It's massive, and you'll understand why it's $250 if you see it in person. They only had a few of these available at DesignerCon, and looks like they still have a few available online. So you can grab that from lulubelltoys.com for $250. And since it's available, you should get it before the holidays.
Yes.
And you'll have one happy Safubi collector if you are.
Speaking of a happy Safubi collector, why don't you tell the kind folks that are watching this what your swing for the fences goal is?
Yeah. So if you're really trying to impress somebody, like
knock their socks off, propose to them,
probably be as big as a lot of people's Christmas trees. If you want to maybe use this as your Christmas tree next year, we have the life-size edition of the Sludge Demon DX from Toy Art Gallery and Mutant Vinyl Hardcore. The figure is $1,500, comes in the all black edition. It's a fiberglass piece that it's 18 or 20 inches tall, something like that. And, it's like the ultimate capstone for a Mutant Vinyl Hardcore collector, in my personal opinion. So anybody that has one of those is like got the, the nicest thing they could possibly get in their soft vinyl collection. $1,500. So, this is somebody that you've known a while.
If I knew you were going that high, I would have said the Jermaine Rogers Squire that you could pre-order and comes in multiple different clothing lines.
Yeah, see, you could have went for it, Ben, but you didn't. You were like, "Oh, $500 is too much." Like,
well, I didn't know you were going $1,500.
I'm like, there's people out there that got money. It may not be me or you, but there's people out there that got money they want to blow. So they might be watching our video like, "Man, I wanted to spend $1,500. What am I going to get?"
If you're going to spend that much, please just send us a check, and we'll put it to very good use.
We'll put your name on our site.
We'll put it on our shirts. We'll make whatever your name is shirts that say they give us $1,500 and all they got with this shirt.
So, but that kind of wraps up the holiday gift guide. If you were looking for something to get a family member or loved one, we were hoping
favorite blogger.
Our favorite blogger. We were hoping to give you guys some ideas of what's out there in the designer toy world. Obviously, we did not cover everything that is currently available. We just thought these were some good items, mostly new, that maybe you hadn't seen, or maybe maybe you're a grandma
watching this
that has a designer toy collector in your life.
So instead of buying them clothes, buy them toys.
That's what this video is for. Hopefully we can help you guys find something for, a family member that you don't understand what they collect. But
if you're a grandparent, still give them their Werthers and their cheek pinches, because they love those too.
That's a good way to end the show. So if you're looking for any of the stuff, we'll have links down in the notes below. If you want to get in contact with us, you can email us at urbanvinyldaily@gmail.com. Give us some suggestions, things to have on the show. Tell us that you like what we're doing or not. You can also tell us what you think down in the comments below, or giving us a like here and a subscribe. You can always follow us on Twitter or Instagram at Urban Vinyl Daily. You can check us out at urbanvinyldaily.com or urbanvinyldaily.storeenvy.com to grab any of the items that we have over there if you're looking for a last minute Christmas gift. And if you do that, make sure to do some sort of quick shipping, because we're not going to guarantee anything at this point. If you want to check us out on iTunes or Podbean, you can look for us under Token Nerd Podcast, and that way you just can listen to us instead of look at us. But as always, I'm Travis.
And I'm Ben.
Have a great designer toy day. Hey everyone, this is Travis Likens from Token Nerd Podcast, and I'm here today to tell you something about sponsorship. That's right, Token Nerd now has a sponsor. The fine folks at TenaciousToys.com, your source for designer toys, pop vinyl, original art, and more, are now our sponsor. And guess what? As a part of that, you can get 10% off your next order at TenaciousToys.com by entering the code TOKEN10 at checkout. That's right, 10% off. And not only are they giving you this code, they're also going to be sponsoring many of our Token Nerd giveaways in the next coming months. So make sure to follow us at token_nerd on Instagram to catch our latest giveaways.